Hello friends, welcome back to my channel Mukesh English and this Mukesh Soni. Friends, your exams are approaching, so it's the right time to revise the complete syllabus according to the question paper pattern. So in this video, I'm going to revise the complete syllabus of second semester BCom BBA Generic English NEP syllabus under Bangalore University and the Bangalore North University. Both the universities have the same syllabus. Let's revise the complete syllabus and try to get the best marks. It's a last moment preparation. Always helps us to score well. So let's begin it. So before that, let's know about the syllabus part. So what is the syllabus? So you have 40 marks workbook and you have 20 marks course book. In the workbook, you have caption writing, vocabulary building, identify the meaning from the paragraphs, listening skill, barriers to listening, listening principles you have here. Then types of communication, you have active and passive voice, reported speech, dialogue writing, news writing, and short essay writing. And the course book, you have five lessons: money, cartooning, homeless in global village, caged bird, and wall. So that's a brief picture of your syllabus. Let's begin it now according to the question paper. So your question paper has two sections. Section A is titled as the grammar components, which has the weightage for 40 marks, and the section B is titled as the course book that has the weightage for 20 marks. So now let's try to understand those 40 marks questions. How will it appear? So let's revise it. So the very first question you'll be having here, give a caption to the given picture. So it's a sample picture. So one picture, one image will be on a question paper. You need to observe the image very carefully and you need to write about 3 or 4 captions about it. Captions means to say a kind of slogans, a kind of few titles. For example, if I see this picture, I prepare these 3 captions: save trees, save life, lend a hand to save trees, keep the green, cut the greed. So that's for the 2 marks, writing caption according to the picture. Second question you have here, give a suitable title to the following passage. Following passage in the sense, I'm telling you, in your question paper, the question will appear like this. So a short passage will be given. You need to read that short passage and you need to give the title to the passage. That will have the weightage for 1 mark. Next question you have here, complete the sentences with a word derived from the word given in the bracket. So 2 questions will be here. There will be 2 questions here, and you need to expand the word to make it more meaningful. For example, happy. So you need to write here happiness. So the supreme happiness of life is the conviction that we are loved. So it's an example here. Similarly, you'll be having like this 2 questions. Next question will be the synonym. You need to find the synonym from the options. So problem lies in the accumulation of wealth. So accumulation word is underlined and you'll be given here 4 options, and out of the 4 options you need to select one. So here you have the right answer, collection. So like this you'll be having 2 questions for the synonyms. That's for the 2 marks. Next question will be here for the homonyms. Homonyms means similar meaning. So a word will be given and you need to write the 2 sentences where the word has the 2 different meaning. For example, the word is here tie. So we can say, let's tie the knot. So let's tie the knot. If I say the tie is here as a verb. If I say, where is my tie? So here the tie is here as a noun. So like this, you need to write the 2 sentences of the given word in such a manner. One word should give the meaning of noun and the one word should give the meaning as the verb, or a very different meaning, but the pronunciation should be same. That's for 2 marks. Or sometimes they might also ask in different manner. They may give the question, the 2 words which have same pronunciation but different meaning in the bracket. So for example, Indians have a fair chance, F-A-R-E or F-A-I-R. So obviously F-A-I-R. So like this, you will be having 2 questions. So this question may be asked in any of the manners given, I mean to say in any of the ways given here. So homonyms for 2 marks. Next question, collocation. Collocation means to say there is one set of words which go together, and which have the particular meaning. So you will be having here 2 marks questions, 2 collocations. So I have borrowed this question from some other question paper. Let's take an example. Rakshit had intended to take a holiday, take a holiday, or get on a holiday. So what's the answer? Intended to take a holiday in New York. He always gives a hand or takes a hand to anyone in difficulty. So obviously gives a hand, not take a hand, take a hand. So like this, you need to find the appropriate collocation for this question here. So collocations for 2 marks. Next question, identify the meanings of the words from the passage. So one very short passage will be given, and 2 words will be given that will have the meaning in the passage. For example, an eye doctor. These are the 2 words in eye doctor. We need to find out what is the meaning of eye doctor in the passage. Ophthalmologist, right? Difficulties. So difficulties. So which word is suitable here? Problems. So like this, we need to identify. That's for 2 marks. Next, identify the following questions. So I'm sorry, answer the following questions. Here you'll be having 6 questions for each for 1 mark, and these 6 questions will be asked from the topic listening skill, from the topic verbal and non-verbal communication. So you have some sample questions from one of the question papers, like make barriers of listening, types of listening, verbal communication, non-verbal communication, what's the meaning of gesture, posture, proxemics, kinesics. Okay, advantage of verbal communication, disadvantage of non-verbal communication, types of verbal communication, types of non-verbal communication, examples of verbal communication, examples of non-verbal communication. So you can watch my special video on this topic, verbal communication and non-verbal communication plus listening skill, and that link is in the description box, so that easily you can get 6 out of 6. Next question. Next question you have here, active and passive voice. Excuse me. Active and passive voice, you will be given here 4 questions where you need to convert the active voice into passive voice. For example, Varsha was writing a letter. So what's the answer? A letter was being written by Varsha. I had done my work. My homework had been done. They will run a race. A race will be run by them. The dog chased the cat. The cat was chased by the dog. So like this, the 4 questions will be given from active to passive. So I have done a video on the active passive voice. Check the link in the description box. Then change the following dialogues into indirect speech. That is for the 4 marks. What's the weightage here? 4 marks. So a dialogues will be given, and you need to convert this dialogue into the indirect speech. How? So if I say here, so what should be the answer for this question? So let's convert it into indirect speech. The king asked the beggar what he was doing there. He also asked if he had not gone home, right? The beggar replied that he had lost a rupee and he had been searching for it since morning. The king stated that he was a very greedy fellow. The beggar denied this. So that's for the 4 marks. This is how you need to answer it. This is how you need to convert it into the indirect speech, 4 marks. Next, even on the direct indirect speech also, I have done a video. Just check the description box. You will get the complete syllabus video over there. All the links you will receive here. Check the playlist of second sem BCom, generic English, BU, BNU. You'll get all the videos list over there. So that's really very easy for you. Moreover, I have solved 4 question papers, 1 model question paper, 2 BU paper, 2 BNU paper. So you'll be getting here 4 question paper solution. That's going to help a lot in the examination. Next question, construct a dialogue based on the following situation. That's for 3 marks. So a situation will be given here, like write a dialogue between 2 friends about planning to go on a trip. So that's for 6 marks. So at least you try to construct 4 or 6 dialogues. A, B, like this you can do it. Next, you have write a news report for the following hints. So here, this is quite very typical topic, and this has a weightage for 5 marks. So in the previous examination, they asked like this. They have given a picture, and a picture was given like this, and some sort of description is given. So when you write a news report about any incident or about any product, so if it's about so this is about a product here, a kind of exhibition is going to happen. So you need to write from the newspaper point of view. So please watch my special videos on the news report. I have done a video on this topic. The link is in the description box. And also in the previous 3 question papers, also you can go through how this question was solved. Sometimes the same question may be asked in this manner also. Write a news report on an accident using the following hint. So this is more easier because in our school days also we used to write the news report based on the given hints. So sometimes they might ask the question in this manner as well. So news report is for the 5 marks. Next question: write an essay, especially the short essay on any one of the topics. So here 2 topics will be given, and you need to opt any one topic, and you need to write in the 200 words, write short essay, 1 paragraph, give the title to the essay. And there should be 3 important components of any essay. Number 1, the topic sentence. Number 2, the content. And the number 3, the conclusion. These 3 elements are very important for any of the short essay or the longer essay. So I have not given any of the solution here. For the solutions, you have to watch my previous videos on the question paper solution. So I have solved around 4 videos, 4 previous question papers. You can watch these videos. Links are in the description box. It's a revision. It is a revision. It's a last moment preparation for you. So that's going to help you. It's like a recollection. You are going to recall how will it appear. Then, so that was about the 40 marks questions from the workbook for the 4th semester BA Generic English for the Bangalore University student. Only for BU students, BNU, they had different syllabus. Now, we have here the course book. So in this course book, I'm sorry, there's a 20 marks questions, not 40. Please do correct. There's an error here. I cannot correct now. It's a continuous video. Section B has the weightage for 20 marks. Please do correct. Section B has the weightage for 20 marks. Section A has the weightage for 40. Anyway, I have written here, you can see course book, 20 marks, 5 chapters: money, cartooning, homeless in global village by Vandana Shiva, Caged Bird by Maya Angelou, and The Wall by D.S Dadhakar. So course book section B has a weightage for 20 marks, 40 marks for the workbook, 20 marks for the course book. Let's begin it now. How will the question be asked in this section? There will be 2 subsections for the course book questions. Number 1, you'll be asked 2 marks questions, 2 marks into 5 questions. You'll be asked out of 7 questions, you need to answer 5 questions for 2 marks. Next, out of 4 questions, you need to opt here 2 questions for 5 marks. So 2 marks, 5 questions, and 5 marks, 2 questions, 10 plus 10, 20 marks. So the course book, the lessons have the weightage for 20 marks. So now, though it's a revision video, so let's summarize. Let's try to recall the summary of all those 5 chapters. So it will be very easy for you to remember during the examination. It's last moment preparation for you. Money. Money is written by whom? Muppala Ranganayakamma. Muppala Ranganayakamma. Muppala Ranganayakamma wrote a story on the social evil of dowry in Telugu language. It's called Dabu. It was translated as money in English. This story is a good example of the evil of social customs. The writer proves that dowry system is the reason for falling moral values, as the system gives more importance to money than relationship. The son-in-law in the story insists on an amount of 1 crore rupees as a dowry from the bride's father. He thinks that though taking a share in the property fetches him 10 rupees more value, so he should opt for taking money because his wife cannot take a share from this property. He reasons that the dowry as money would belong to him, not to his wife. Finally, he settles for the value of the property, that is rupees 1 crore and 10 rupees. 1 crore and 10 rupees. That's the dowry he has demanded. Bride's father pays him the amount in 10 paisa coins. Coins worth 10 crore and 10 rupees. 1 crore and 10 rupees are stored in the bags in a shade. Soon after the wedding, the son-in-law begins counting the coins. His counting goes on for 24 years. continuously for 24 years, he has been counting this money. Meanwhile, his father-in-law passes away. His wife has left him. She has got married with the other person. His wife has given a birth to a daughter. Daughter is also grown up. And in this process, in those 24 years, this person has missed all this of the outside world. He doesn't know what has happened. So that is the story of that is a short summary of the story, Money. Second, we have here Cartooning by R.K Lakshman. Cartooning except is taken from R.K Lakshman's autobiography, The Tunnel of Time. It narrates the childhood experience of R.K Lakshman. It highlights the significance of his creativity. This chapter begins with the physical appearance of R.K Lakshman's teacher, who used to go out to smoke and leave the class to the class monitor. The class monitor used to narrate the same story about the crow and the princess of the crocodile and the monkey or the donkey or the court jester. The class did not pay any attention as they already knew the stories and carried on with their private gossips. So the monitor used to take down the names of the students who talk and hand over the list to the teacher, who comes back after smoking. As usual, the teacher wanted to go for smoke. But this time, instead of handing over the class to the class monitor, the teacher has given an assignment to all the students that they should draw a leaf, any leaf. So after examining all the students' drawing, to his great surprise and joy, the teacher examined the writer's drawing, and he had shown the writer's, the author's drawn leaf to all the class and announced how nicely R.K Lakshman has drawn the leaf. He then turned to the writer and said that he will be an artist one day and told him to keep it up. He gave him 10 he gave him 10 marks out of 10. The author was inspired by his teacher's appreciation. Even he started to practice on the floors, walls, doors of his house, which was not accepted by his father. He was very weak in arithmetic. He could remember the historical references, names of mountains, oceans, rivers in geography, but he was not interested in the arithmetic class. I'm a bit fast. There was an unpleasant experience for R.K Lakshman. One day, being beaten by the arithmetic teacher for drawing his caricature as a tiger cube. But many years later, he realized that the confrontation with the arithmetic teacher was indeed beneficial. It was a moment of discovery vital to his understanding of the art of caricature. An active imagination, fueled by a keen sense of absurdity, could even see the human resemblance to an inanimate object, such as old buildings, shape of bottles in a drugstore, or to certain models of automobiles. This observation would certainly seem crazy to those with normal vision and thinking habits. Finally, a cartoonist born with 𝘾𝑼𝙎𝙎 vision manipulates a face or a human situation and distorts it without losing the essence of humor. And the schoolboy had become a famous cartoonist, that is R.K Lakshman. That's the story of cartooning. Third chapter, the third essay we have here, Homeless in the Global Village by Vandana Shiva. I've just given a brief. I have not described much. You can watch my videos on money, cartooning, homeless in global village. All the lessons, videos, links are in the description box. Question, answers, discussion also. You can watch it. Everything is done. Just click on the description box. You'll get all the links. The essay Homeless in the Global Village is taken from her famous book Ecofeminism, jointly authored by Maria Mais and Vandana Shiva. She argues how developmental activities uproot the ecological and cultural bonds with nature. She portrays the plight of homeless people. She also says that how development has destroyed the bonding between man and nature, the intimate connectivity between the soil and the society, the earth and its people, with the examples of Ganmardhan movement and the Balaipala farmers she has tried to portray. She also shows the ecological destruction and the industrial development are a threat to everybody's or everyday's life. So watch my video on this one. You'll be able to understand the complete um, summary or the complete essence of this essay by Vandana Shiva. Fourth one we have here, Caged Bird, a poem by Maya Angelou. Caged Bird was published in Maya Angelou's 1983 poetry collection, Shaker, Why Don't You Sing? The poem describes the opposing experiences between two birds. One bird is able to live in nature, which she likes, while a different caged bird suffers in captivity. A free bird flies on the wind as if floating downstream until the wind current shifts, and the bird dips its wings in the orange sunlight, and he dares to call the sky his own. But a bird that moves angrily and silently in a small cage can hardly see through either the cage bars or his own anger. His wings are cut so he cannot fly, and his feet are tied together so he opens his throat to sing. The caged bird sings fearfully of things he does not know, but still wants, and his song can be heard from as far away as distant hills, because the caged bird sings about freedom. The free bird thinks about another breeze and about the global winds that blow from east to west and make the trees sound as if they are sighing. And he thinks of the fat worms waiting to be eaten on the lawn in the early morning light, and he says he owns the sky. But a caged bird stands on the grave of his own dead dreams, and his dream self screams from the nightmares he has. His wings are trimmed down and his feet are tied, so he opens his throat to sing. That's about the caged bird. Last question, the last chapter we have here, Wall by D.S Dadhakar. Wall has both literal and metaphorical significance. In this poem, the poet says that man has created artificial walls. The poet has taken a contract to demolish the walls of the buildings and the villages' walls also. According to the poet, the world wars were fought for the walls of nations, wall of nations. He would like to demolish these walls as barriers among nations, and these walls are the witness of many generations' attempts to bring up such walls among them. He says that these walls were created by grandpas, which means old generation. It also means that the new generations wants to break such walls among human beings. The poet questions if they really need to be so hardened to protect human beings. He suspects the circumstances where human being was protected by such strong built walls. He also mentions that it won't be easy to demolish such wall and it will take time. But he emphasizes that once the walls are broken, he will build the new house at their place and will allow only those people to live in them who can accept the openness and the spaciousness. So these are the brief summary of all the 5 chapters, and I have done the summary question answers of all these 5 chapters. All the links are in the description box, and you can also find the question answers videos also in the description box. And let's have a look once again on your question paper blueprint. Caption to the picture, 2 marks. Suitable title to the passage, 1 mark. Complete the sentence with the word, 2 marks. Synonym, 2 marks. Homonym, 2 marks. Collocations, 2 marks. Identify the meaning of the word, 2 marks. Questions from listening skill. I'm sorry, there's a spelling error. Question from not listing. Listening, L-I-S-T-E-I-N-G. Questions from listening skills. Verbal and non-verbal communication, 6 marks. Active passive voice, 4 marks. Direct and indirect speech, 4 marks. Dialogue writing, 3 marks. News report, 5 marks. Short essay, 5 marks. 40 marks. Grammar. Coursebook, 2 marks, 5 questions. 5 marks, 2 questions. So this is a blueprint of your question paper. So friends, this is how I have tried to solve the I have tried to give you the revision of the second semester BCom BBA Generic English under BU and the BNU. I hope this revision video will definitely help you to recall the complete syllabi, the complete content of the whole syllabus of the second sem BCom BBA, and definitely you will get the best marks in the examination. Thank you so much for watching this video, and like the video, write in the comment box, forward this video to your friends, to your classmates, so that everybody can recall and can get the best marks. Thank you so much. Wish you good luck for the examination. Subscribe my channel. Don't forget.